What is up guys, Patterson here, and today's FIFA 18 video. So I'm back on the web app here today and I'm going to be showing you just a few tips I've came up throughout FIFA 18, FIFA 17, just a few tips I've had from the trading side of the game and a few other things. So if you haven't realised yet, my transfer target thing is broke. If anyone else is having the same issue, tweet EA, see what they can do. They've done nothing for me, so let's just have a look at my transfer list. You might pick up a few things of what I've actually bought and sold and stuff like that. So you might be able to hear me mouse. I am on my PC, so that's going to be a bit of a trouble. So we've got Brooks here, as you can see by his card. He cost me 2,000 coins, I believe his star price was. But if it depends on the day, I could have got Brooks yesterday for 1.5k, I think it was. So waiting like 6 hours till I bought him the next day, he went up by 500 coins. If I bought him the day before, which 1.5k would have made us 700 coins profit. So it depends on the time of the day that a lot of this stuff you look. So there is peak times throughout the day. They're normally from around 4 to 6 is the highest time, and from 6 onwards to about 10, 12 is quite prominent for players buying. Next we had Aiden McGeady. I bought him for 900 coins. I'll list them back up straight away. So the whole point was this, to try and get me coins back as fast as I can, to make as many coins back as I can to trade in a Kane. So players I would recommend, I'll show you a few here, which you could either keep them for investments in the future, since there are going to be a lot of SBCs this year in FIFA 18, and this player is really cheap when you look at his price here. So as you can see, you've got a few for 1.7 on the buy now. They'll keep going down the further the time limit is. So we're at 1.5 now, we'll keep looking. I would recommend not putting in the actual buy now unless you know how much he's going for. Because I've picked up this guy for 900 coins before and it wasn't on a buy now. Because he didn't show up for some reason, I don't know why. But the best deals I've got are normally around this page here. So you can see the prices. Normally, this is probably the wrong time to look, to be honest, but I would say early morning is probably the best time to pick up players, and not on the weekends is a bad time as well. Which is why this one is pretty much a bad time altogether. But William Carvalho is a good player to pick up, 83 overall, as you can see here, CDM and Portuguese. Links up with a lot of players, very good player just to keep for SBCs. Even now at 1.5k, if you remember on FIFA 17 how much his card actually went for, when it was just he's 83, it went for like 3-4k. So going on with FIFA 17 itself, you can just pretty much guide yourself to FIFA 18. So the next one you've probably seen in my transfer list as well, which is the contracts. So I bought these for nearly 200 coins each. A few of them messed up with the actual companion app, where it changes the buy now to 5,000 coins for some reason, which screws up your kind of purchasing. But as you can see here, we've got a few here that sell. You get an extra 50 to 150 coins each off these. But for no risk investments, you could wait until pretty much the start of FIFA 18 when people start playing games. These will end up going up to like 300-400 coins each on bid, since they're the shiny gold ones for 28 games, so the gold players, they are going to be much sought after in this game. So another thing is actual looking for players to sell and what you should be looking for. So I've got a player here, I'm just going to type in straight away. He's a player last year who was sought after at the start, people thought he was going to be amazing. It is Abraham. So here you can see stats, he's got 80 pace, 79 defending and 77 physical. So for his card here, he's around 3k. Definitely worth the price at that time, but when the FIFA 18 full release, I would actually advise someone to pick him up now, because during release I would think this guy's around 6-7k at least. Another one to show you this on is another big player from Everton, which is Guy. I think he's around 6k now, or is he cheaper? So he's around 6-7k now. But during FIFA 18 release, I would expect him to go up to the 15-20k mark. I think the web app is pretty much when people are getting the coins ready and trying to build up the club. Not many people are going to buy big players or little players or good players like this at this time, unless they have a lot of coins, which is unlikely at this point. But you can see around 7k for Guy, and same pretty much applies to any card. But let's talk about the main trade method I done last year, which was, I can't remember, but it was either, no, this is for FIFA 18 when the game's released and you're making a team. So you can pretty much buy any normal player for around 350 coins if he's a good player who you want to trade with and use coins and use contracts. So let me look at this guy here. He is Hector Herrera. He's in my club and he is 350 coins. Well, we're now going to use 350 coins, but as you can see his card, how well rounded this is. Perfect for trading at the start of the game. Not very good. The web app's the thing a bit all over at the minute. It's not very kind of stable, as you can see here. 350 coin bid already, but as the time limit goes down, you'll be able to pick one up. 350 there. You see, I can't actually bid on this because I have reached the thing, but it won't actually let us clear my transfer target, so that's a big problem. But as we get into trading again, I can pretty much only trade on buy nows on the market. So let's go to a few buy nows here in Bender. So you've got two Benders, both of them are both eligible for trading at a very high standard, and pretty much rinse and repeat with these guys. So the first one is a centre back, and he's got a good card on him for a centre back, same as pretty much all of them. So I'd recommend if you could get him for under 1.5k, you're making like 500 coins profit pretty much nearly every time. So as we keep looking through the list, there probably won't be many on now, but normally there's 1.9, 1.8. See there, you can make 300 coins profit on that one, which I'm not going to do right now as I need my coins for that stuff. So that's a good example of making coins just quick and fast. Other way is actually bidding on them, which I can't do. See, I would have bid on 1,000 coins each on these if I could have and made money. The next is his brother, which is another Bender, and it's Laws. Is it Laws? I've just clicked Sven. So another player that's good. He's a CDM, this one, so he's pretty much the same price as the other one. They both got strong links to each other. So this guy's pretty much the same price, just really cheap for that price, I guess. So with this guy, since you can tell his prices are quite low from the start, and you know he's under 1,000 coins, you put out 1,000 coins to start with, even though there was one on for buy now with 1,000 coins. But let's keep going. See, if he's under 1,000 coins on the buy now, you put the buy now at 1,000 coins and then look down the list. That way it's a lot easier to actually gauge the price limit at any time. But I would say not on peak times is the best times to pick players up. And you're pretty much looking at defending, physical and pace in the CDM position on passing. But passing doesn't really make a difference. Them three will sell the card. But to be honest, this guy is good at small time trading. What people actually want is investments for FIFA 18, which is pretty much want to watch cards, informs, anything like that. So I would recommend you picking up this guy if he's still at the same price he was the other day. So he pretty much is around the 15k mark. The other day he was only 12k, so he's went up by a few thousand coins. But this card is unbelievable for the start of the game, especially for trading now. I think when the game comes out, this card will go up to 20k. Since I don't have the money to put the investment in, I can't do it at the minute. So that's Danilo Pereira. Definitely worth your time. I don't think you could ever lose coins on him, to be honest, unless you pick up a stupid buy now. But let's look at the next one, who was, I don't even know if you can spell his name. He's got a special card and there he is there. So this guy the other day was actually just 10k on a buy now, and now he's up to 13k. So you can pretty much test the market and just, what I would say is go with your instincts, especially with trading. It's not something you can actually just pick up from someone and just go, I'll trade with that card. Because I could show you that card like Lars and Sven Bender to trade with, and the next time you try it, it probably won't work because so many people have either seen the video, seen the method, seen the sniping technique, at that point where it's pretty much impossible for anyone to buy one. So, specials are not my kind of forte. I like trading in lower overall stuff with the coins I've got in the minute. So I'm not someone who's like great at the market and trading and stuff like that. But I would say from around 1,000 coins I've made like 15k in around a day without actually being able to bid on anything, so I should be able to do that. Here's another player I would recommend looking at, the Hood. So for SBCs in the future, you can see that he's from Dortmund, he's German. He's quite decent overall, but he's non-rare, so you could probably get him for around 700 coins by now on off-peak times, which I actually seen one the other day for cheaper than that on a buy now, so he's a decent one. And a few other ones, I just want to put these ones in people's heads before I end the video, which is Mesa, who new to the Premier League, but he's a high overall, and he's non-rare, so great for SBCs, great for kind of bringing up the level. You can get him for around 1,000 coins I think, but if you've got the actual transfer market open and being able to bid on things, you can get this guy for around 700 coins and he goes on bid for that. So you can make like 300-400 coins each of him. Next is number 82 overall, and we've got Xhaka from Arsenal. So for a big team in a big league, pretty much I would buy loads of this guy on bid if I could. You can see his price here, 850. I would say anything under a K on a bid, you're going to make profit on this guy. And if you don't, all what you've got to fall back on is 82 overall, CDM, Arsenal. So since he plays at Arsenal, he's pretty much always going to keep this price around here, especially on the buy now. But when SBCs that are actually worth something will come out, his price will go up because he's overall and he's Arsenal. So what I would recommend is just kind of basic tips. If you're not sure about trading, you haven't got a clue what you're doing, pretty much like everyone has, and me myself, I'm just giving you a few tips I've learned to try and get your coin balance up. And what I would say is try and just go for simple things. I know it might seem like difficult to start with, but let's go with English. Yeah, we'll go to Premier League, since it's a basic pretty much trading for anybody, wherever it's gone. So you can pretty much go English, pick any league, Premier League, Liga MX, whatever nationality you put in there with the main league, which the main league is Premier League is England, pretty much, and then gold. And then you can put your buy now price pretty much in here, and just search anything you want. So the best thing that you're looking for here is overall. So you can see Gareth Barry, 79 overall here, 500 coins. Definitely not worth it, but if there's an 80 overall here, he probably is worth it for that price. So that's just a few trading tips. I know I'm not anything good at this really. I'm just trying to put my stuff out there. But I haven't really had a good time on the web app at the minute. I'm not really enjoying FIFA 18 web app at all. Since, I'll show you here before I end the video, I've pretty much said it in nearly every video I've done. I can't actually bid on players as this just happens. As you can see here, all these players are just stuck here forever. So that's quite annoying, and that's how I can't bid on anything. So I can't really trade and pretty much just buy it now and everything. So I've been Patterson, hope this video has helped you out. If it hasn't, I don't really care, but if it has, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.